Happy Easter, kids! I am so excited for all of us today, even you big kids, because we get to celebrate Easter, the big day where Jesus rose from the grave after being buried and in the ground or in his tomb for 3 days. It was a miracle, an absolute miracle. A miracle is something that has no explanation. We can't figure out why it happened. It should never have happened, but it does. So when Jesus died on the cross and rose 3 days later, I'd say that was a pretty big miracle, wouldn't you? But here's the bigger deal about what happened that time, that day, that week. You see, Jesus knew he was on a mission. He was on God's mission. He was on God's mission to fulfill what God sent Jesus on the earth to do. Jesus came on the earth and he walked the earth as a perfect man. But he felt pain, he felt agony, he felt what we feel when we're hurt or sad. But he also felt victorious and was able to celebrate with people. But he knew he needed to tell everybody who God was, and he was the messenger. So the good news is this: Jesus was sent here to take on our sin. He was the sacrifice. See, we don't have to make those kind of sacrifices. Jesus did that for us. So when I make a mistake or you make a mistake, when we sin, we can ask Jesus for his forgiveness, and Jesus came to take that. He came to take it so that you and I can find joy in living here on earth for him, and then one day we get to live in heaven. In order for us to really understand, though, what Jesus did for us, we need to go back to the few days beforehand and understand the sacrifice that God had Jesus do on our behalf. So I have a little something I want to show you. Come with me, okay? So you know I love to come into my kitchen. Kids, this is where something good happens, right? Something tasty and sweet. Well, Resurrection Buns are the best way to tell us and remind us about what Jesus did 3 days before he rose again. So we're gonna take this marshmallow, pure white, we're gonna call this Jesus, because after all, he was perfect, no sin. Then we're gonna take this roll here, this muffin, this biscuit, if you will, and we're just gonna knead it down, kind of like the soldiers did to Jesus. They beat him really bad. Well, you guys know the story. He died on the cross. And when he died, his friends wanted to make sure that his body was taken care of. And so they anointed his body in oil. And then they took and they put spices on his body. That's what they did when they buried or put somebody and laid somebody to rest. Then they put him here. Well, the soldiers came and they locked up the tomb. They sealed the tomb. They didn't want anybody to get to him. So they sealed it tight so nobody could take Jesus's body. Okay, and for good measure, we're just gonna add a little more oil here, a little more butter, and a little more spice, because that's the way we should do it, right? Well, the tomb is all sealed and it's got Jesus inside. That's where he stayed for 3 days. Then something amazing happened. Are you ready? Ooh, I can't wait. Something amazing happened, like I said, and here's what happened. We opened up the tomb. He's gone. He's gone. Jesus is gone. He's risen. Jesus rose from the grave 3 days later. It was a miracle. And these resurrection buns are a great way to remember what Jesus did for us. Okay, I just want to say happy Easter, happy Resurrection Day, and enjoy. So good.
Happy